Yo guys, what's going on? It's Aces here today with another video. In today's video, we are going to be talking about the flea market rating, and the amount of offers you can have in the flea market. This is being inspired from a comment that I saw, and I figured this would be a nice, quick, informational video that some players genuinely might not know about if they're a little bit newer to the game. So let's just hop right into it, man. We're going to be in the flea market, which you unlock at level 10 for anybody who doesn't know. And we're going to be talking about our flea market rating, which is located right here above the price and right next to add offer. And then we're going to be talking about the amount of offers that we can have. You can see I have 0 of 4. So there's actually a whole entire algorithm that goes into calculating your rating and everything like that. But first, I want to talk about listing stuff. So I would recommend you list at, between the lowest price and what you see on your first page. Anything higher than that might go unfulfilled, and your flea market rating will drop. When you first start Tarkov, your flea market rating at level 10 is going to be 0.20. So here's a guy with 0.38. He sold a little bit. Here's one with 0.28. So he only has 8 points. So he sold probably like 300K worth of stuff on the flea market. So we are going to be increasing this every 50,000 rubles that you collect from the flea market. So I believe it is 0.01 point for every 50,000 rubles, I believe. Now, I could be wrong on that. So you're going to see some players here in the game that have these flea market ratings with, it seems like in the hundreds. You have this guy with 83, this one at 191. And you might be wondering to yourself, how is this even possible? Well, we'll get into that a little bit more in depth. I'll give you guys a couple methods to go ahead and increase this. And I'll be very, very honest. This is very helpful if you want to list at more competitive prices, getting those offers up. If you want to just sell things at the lowest price and get it sold and move on, then it's not going to matter too much because you're pretty much going to insta-sell your stuff. But let's talk about this. So every 50,000 rubles, that is a lot. I'm not going to lie, especially at the beginning of wipe, but you'll get there. And let me tell you guys what rating you need to get your fourth offer, because you're seeing that I'm level 25 and I don't even have 5 offers. I only have 4. Well, when you get to 0.2, that's where you start. You have access to 3 offers. But if you fall below that, you actually get knocked down to 2 offers. So if you put a really expensive item up on your first offer, it's going to knock you right down to 2 if nobody buys it. And then if you get lower than -2, you can only put 1 offer up on the flea market at a time. So once you level up from 0.2 to 10, you actually have access to your 4th offer. And that's when it gets a little bit harder. You have to go to level 30 next. Once you hit level 30 on your flea market rating, not your physical character level, but your flea market rating here, as you can see with my mouse, I'm hovering around it. This has to be to 30 for me to get 5 offers, which I'll probably hit that before the end of wipe, but I won't get anywhere higher than that because I think wipe's coming very soon. But then the chart just continues on from there. At flea market rating 50, you get 5. You get 6, excuse me. Then once you hit 70, you get 7. At flea market rating 100, you get 8, 150, 9, 250, 10, 500, 12, 750, 14, and 1,000 and up is going to give you 18. I haven't really seen any of the 1,000s yet since the rating has been, kind of hindered by Found and Raid. Now, before we had Found and Raid flea market, where all these items, where ammo was really non-existent from traders, and people were reselling and flipping, that's when I did see a couple thousands. I did see a couple people, but there is a good chance they were also using bots, so I'm not really sure on that. But what's the best way to increase your flea market rating? Well, the best way, honestly, and you're probably not going to like to hear it, is just by playing the game. So don't be alarmed when you see my stash. We're doing a series called 0 to Millions right now. I don't know if the first episode is up, but you can see that most of my items are not found in raid because I typically sell them on the flea market. But heading in here, we have a lion right here that we could sell if we wanted to for 100K. So that would put me to 25.0 or 25.3 and then 3, I think. I think that is how the current rating works. It's a little unspecific with the algorithm and in the wiki, but it's essentially the same thing. It might go up a little more, but it's essentially the same thing. So you might be thinking, how on earth am I supposed to get to flea market rating 100 if I'm selling high value loot such as a lion for 100K and it's barely putting my rating up? Well, the main thing that you actually want to focus on is crafting. Crafting is actually going to be the best way to go ahead and level up that flea market rating. Now, at the beginning of next wipe is when you want to take advantage of this the most. There's going to be so many things found in raid at the first 2 weeks of wipe that are worth a fortune. if you miss out on the first 2 weeks, you're going to miss out on a lot of potential profit just by finding stuff in raid. But crafting things makes things a lot better when it comes to selling on the flea market. So let me take you through some stuff. Med station. If you wanted to craft these items, you could, but you'd have to be more focused on the flea market rating than your profit. So 2 defibs, 3 power banks, the I think this is the RFID, yeah, magnets, and then the scopes. I don't know how to pronounce this. I'm not gonna embarrass myself. But to make 1 LEDX, which will net you 700k. That's a big ticket item, but you're losing a lot of money. So what I actually would recommend is you focus on a lot more affordable trades. So we have Pile of Meds here. Pile of Meds sell for, sometimes they sell for a lot higher, but 13k. We got this guy, 22.50 selling 31. That's because he's farming this trade. It's a very, very quick, or craft, very quick craft, 43 minutes. It's going to be a little bit higher, 10% higher for you. So probably like 48-minute craft. And all you need is an AI2, a bandage, and some augmentin. So once you get that, you can make 3 of these and stack them. That's once you get 3, that's going to be 1 point every 43 minutes. And this is just 1 craft. You have Vaselines here if you wanted to farm those instead. 50 minutes, a little bit more expensive. You have some other more expensive materials, but you could certainly do that. And you can adjust accordingly. You can make whatever fits your style of, farming the crafting. But at the end of the day, once you combine all these crafts together, so let's say we have Vaselines being made on Med Station, we come to Nutrition Unit, and let's say we start making some of these aquamarines or aquamarines, whatever they're called. 1 super water, 1 hose, you have about 100k into that, 110,000, and you can sell 8 of them for the 14k. You're making pretty much all your money back and then some a little bit. It's about 2 hours on the time it's going to take you with a base hideout, and that's going to increase you 0.04. Or you could be getting chocolate and then selling sugar. There's so many different things in here that you could do, and it's on every single station. You have the booze generator. These sell for like 340k. They're going down a little bit. Probably pre-wipe scares. You have purified waters if you didn't want to make the booze. You can't sell your bitcoins. You have anything coming out of the scav case. Literally anything at all is going to be found in raid out of scav case. Intelligence center. You can make GPUs in here if you so please, and those will be selling for the according amounts, whether they are super inflated or not in your next wipe, because now is kind of just a bad time to talk about them. You can sell Intel. This one's pretty cheap to make, actually. Every single day you can get an Intel, and it's just a paper and 3 flash drives. There's so many things in here, man. There's so many things you guys can make. The workbench being probably the most profitable. 7N you can make. I think this is BP. Yeah, this is BP. I mean, you can make 260 rounds of that. You can make so much. There's affordable ones in here. There's, a little bit more expensive ones in here. But at the end of the day, man, there's so many different things you guys can pick up by just crafting. And then that converts into you getting a lot of flea market reputation. And the flea market rep, man, that's what's going to do it for you. Now, coming in the lavatory, there's actually a lot of them in here I like. When you use your fuel up, you can make some of these grenade cases. They're only like 300k, though. You can make mag boxes, which I could probably start one of those bad boys right now. Go ahead and do that. Those are worth like 300k. It's going to not show you the requirements on the other one. I apologize. Water filters, which are nice. They're like 100k. At the beginning of wipe, these mags right here, these sell for like 100k. Raid backpacks might still be like 250, 210. I mean, there's a lot of potential here for you to level up your flea market rating. Now, you might not profit, you might not make money, but if you want that rating higher so you can then make more money in the future, you can certainly go that route. So I think that covers all my bases, explained what it is, how to level it up, best way to level it. If I missed anything, drop a comment. I am just a book of information. If you need to know something, then just drop it in the comments, ask a question, I'll answer it for you guys. So that's going to do it for me. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe for new sponsors and equipment description below. That's all I got. Thank you for watching. I'm out.